Hi, my name is Stacy and I am the teacher.
I'm Ruth and I'm the athlete.
Slide of NWABA logo. Object control, stationary dribble. Picture of balloon blown up with air on a rubber band, playground ball, bell basketball, high contrast tape, polyspot, tactile dribbling diagram, artist's figurine.
The skill we'll be learning is the stationary dribble. The first thing that we're going to do is go over dribbling with a tactile model and then use an artisan figure. All right, so Ruth, when we do stationary dribble, we're just going to feel right here to see where our hands are and then our feet.
Incorporate a variety of training equipment to help the athlete master the skill.
So Ruth, the first time that we're going to do the stationary dribble, we're actually going to use a balloon, and on it there is several rubber bands, and that's just going to help us get the motion of how our hand placement and then having the ball come up and down as we're dribbling it. And so your hand, if you'd like to feel my hand, when you're dribbling the ball, your fingertips are going to be cupped almost, but they're going to be spread apart just a little bit. And then almost like if you're holding water, you can flip it around. So you want to cup your hand and then flip it over. And you can spread your fingers a little bit.
Use the rib to hip method to help the athlete master the skill.
When we're dribbling today, what I want you to remember is to keep your fingers spread and your hand cupped a little bit, and then go from ribs to hip, ribs to hip. So we're going to try it with the balloon first. This is great for a beginner or someone that has never dribbled before. And so you're going to actually just loop this rubber band around your middle finger, and then what I want you to do is you can just bend your knees slightly, and you're going to go from your ribs to your hip and just kind of bounce it back and forth. So make sure you cup that finger. Much better. You have a nice softer touch. All right. And that's for the beginner using the rubber band with the balloon.
Equipment should increase in difficulty as the athlete progresses.
So for intermediate level of dribbling, we're going to bring in a playground ball. This is a nice ball because it has bells in it, and so it'll be a great audio source for someone who's visually impaired. When you're feeling the ball, your hands are cupped over it, and I'm going to push against your hand. And so when you're doing that, you don't want to have your fingers stretched out like really stiff. You want to cup the ball, okay? I want you to do 3 dribbles on the spot. The last thing I'm going to do is just bring in a basketball so that she can try that, so you can also see a basketball that has bells in it. So this is a women's size basketball with bells in it. It's a little bit harder than a playground ball. And so Ruth, if you want to, let's do 5 dribbles on the polyspot for me. Awesome. And you had a great form with your hand again and also going ribs to hip.
Be patient. It may take several attempts for the athlete to fully grasp the skill.
If you have an athlete who has advanced in skills or is progressing, there's a few ways that you can enhance their ability with different types of equipment. The first thing I want to talk about is if you're playing basketball in a unit for PE, you can actually put these like a bell wristlet on your wrist. So can you actually I don't know if you can slide that on your wrist. And that way, if you're passing, and maybe you're practicing bounce passing, Ruth can then shake her wrist a little bit, and that gives you an auditory cue. Once your athlete has become proficient in stationary dribble, you then can work on dribbling in motion.
For more, visit the Sports Adaptations page at www.nwaba.org. Thank you for watching. Slide of NWABA logo.